My dad always loved races, always took me to the races. That's where it started, and I just loved racing. I worked in a yard in England, just freezing cold in the winter. Come over here for the warmer weather and never left.
We spend a lot of time riding, even track work, riding babies, things like that. The horses do really well out here, especially horses that have been trained in Ascot environment or city environment.
Both of my training operations are very close to each other. We start most mornings 2:30. We just pretty much work all day. We just chip away and do our best. I love my sport. I think if you're in racing, most people love sport, and it's a good bit of banter between us all. Last season was an absolute write-off, but you've just got to build again. It's the same with any sport, and I think you see that with horse trainers. You have your ups and downs, you have your good bunch of horses, your average bunch of horses, or things go wrong, and that's sport and that's athletes. Training's what I always wanted to do. It was starting the business from scratch, and there was a lot more involved than just training the horses. I've had to go out, source horses, young horses. We've had to go to studs. I've had to learn what I look for. I have a lot of respect for anyone that puts their hand up at the sale.
69 will be next, Safeguard filly. Oh, here's a filly I like. $50,000 went out with a $50,000 went out.
When you're putting your hand up at the sales to buy that horse, it's your responsibility for the next few years. And there's a few people you lean on advice for, but at the end of the day, you've got to back your own judgment. This is Elva and Tony's property. I feel very privileged to have the use of this property. It's very unique and it's a beautiful setup. Mick is my main owner and friend. At the sales this year, I'm very lucky in the fact that if I go and pick a horse, he sort of backs me in. He trusts me with the horses, I trust him with what he's doing here business-wise, and it works really well. The first one I bought at the sale was a horse called Guarding Heaven.
200, Guarding Heaven out by 2.5. You can put the cue back into the rack because this will bolt in Guarding Heaven.
She'll aim up at the champion fillies and go from there. We're jumping already out the first ones from the sales in February this year, so it's exciting. This one's a Shalar out of Platinum Passion. He's got a lot more leg about him. There's so many downs in racing, let me tell you, but the highs are just unbelievable. When you get a winner for people, you see the excitement, and whether it's us having a little winner at Northam or it's in town, there's nothing better than Ascot, that sort of time of year. Everyone's excited. I would be surprised if you spoke to someone and they weren't excited about the start of Ascot. Everyone looks forward to getting back to Ascot. It's brilliant. They've got best big trainers. They've got very good staff that can do that. I'm not big enough yet to have that sort of staff. So the main thing for us is just getting these babies to the races and see what we got.
My favourite up-and-comer would be the Coast to the Post Safeguard.
She just fitted everything for us as an early 2-year-old. Brilliant, probably the most professional 2-year-old I've got. She jumped out super the other day, and yeah, we're really excited to get her to the races. Yeah, it's just a good girl, aren't you?
I've been around horses my whole life. When I was a bit younger, I was more into the equestrian and show jumping, but as I got a little bit older, I really found an interest in racing.
I just strive to be the best we can be.
He always wants me to improve. It pushes me to do better.
I want her to succeed because she loves riding.
If you want to be successful at racing, I think you have to dedicate most of your time to it. I love what I'm doing. I love racing. I love getting up every morning and seeing the horses and the journey that me and Ryan have sort of taken together with the horses. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Hopefully find a few fast horses along the way and win some feature races, but as long as I'm still enjoying my riding and just keep improving each day.
20 years from now, I would love to be where I am exactly now, just more established, basically. I just want to keep doing this, just training horses. There's got to be something about racing, doesn't there? You know, why do you keep doing it? Because you love it.
Imagine what you could be buying instead.